Hello world, this is Chatty Daddy One coming at you. I promised you that I'd get around to showing you about the colloidal silver generator, and it is that time. All this stuff I made myself. It's not that difficult, but you can go and spend hundreds of dollars on these things to make them. It's ridiculous. You could even make them and sell them yourself if you want to, you know. But basically, this is the generator itself. Plug that in there. Get your wire. I got my piece of silver hanging on it. You got your positive and your negatives. And of course you're going to want a piece of silver on this one too. You can use silver jeweler's wire, or you can take a silver coin and get a Dremel tool or a hacksaw and commence in cutting it into ribbons. Cut it in little pieces about half-inch thick, half-inch wide, quarter-inch thick, something like that. Okay, we're going to get into I'm going to take this apart to show you. And that comes out there. And this right here, this little white wire, it just went to a light. It didn't serve no purpose, so I totally bypassed it. Matter of fact, I'm going to use it as a handle. Okay. There's your silver generator. Box. And you don't really even need the different colored wire as long as you mark it and know that it goes from positive to negative to positive to negative. It jumps. It makes a continuous loop. I've done the liberty to draw a diagram for y'all on it. Let's see, here is your alligator clips. It's your 9 volt battery. And it's pretty simple, really. Silver's been used for many and many a year. There's a reason that they used silver to make their spoons and knives and forks and things like that. The term being born with a silver spoon in your mouth um, it had to do as much with health. Excuse me. It had to do as much with health as it did with wealth. Because, well, the rich people did not get sick like those who were poor and who were using wooden utensils to eat with. I mean, there were still some that died and stuff like that. I mean, it's not a cure-all. But you can see there it's pretty simple. And I testify myself. I keep some on hand all the time. I've cured sinus infections, strep throat, um, pink eye, ear infections. I have used it on my animals, my cats, and my dogs. You can put it in a dropper, an eyedropper, and drop it in your eye for pink eye, and in a nose spray thing for a sinus infection. And you can even get a, what do they call it? Not a humidifier, but an ionizer, and inhale it for a lung infection. As long as you get that colloidal silver in to make contact on that, on the bacteria. And it only kills the bad bacteria. It leaves the good colostrum in your intestines. It doesn't kill them. It's and unless you're allergic to silver, I mean it's silver and water. I mean it's not as much silver that you can see. It's like 20 particles per million, 30 particles per million, something like that. The stuff they sell at Walmart, places like that for $25 for a 4-ounce bottle is like 15 parts per million. And I go with a little bit stronger. I've never ever known anybody to turn blue from it. I think that that's bull crap. I think that that's just, this guy must have drank a gallon of stuff. I mean, no way. That's disinformation is what it was. It's bull crap. The medics in Vietnam kind of rediscovered it because they were dealing with so much over there and they didn't always have antibiotic to work with, and there were several of them who figured out how to make the silver particles come off, microscopic particles, and they have a little bit of a charge to them to when they come in contact with the bacteria, it releases a tiny particle that's charged, and it breaks down the defensive mechanisms of the organism. That's what one guy told me anyways. But whatever, it works. I know it works. It's kept me from going to the doctor and the hospital a bunch of times. Okay, it's something that I'm gonna have with me on the rough, on the land, and I make it for other people all the time. I got a friend of mine that's wanting me to make him some right now. Matter of fact, I'm almost out of that last batch that I made. I found that a used hydrogen peroxide bottle works good. Just rinse it out and reuse it. Put colloidal silver in it and use the cap for your dosing. And but anyway, that's the colloidal silver generator. And we'll work on the stove another time. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. Anyone who posts a negative comment that has vulgar language in it and real bad cussing, and that is not constructive criticism, any haters, I will block you, and I'll block every way that you can try to get to any of my channels. You won't watch anything that I produce. Or you'll have to get your buddies to get your stuff, because I'm sick of that. I'm sick of the hate that's on the internet, on YouTube. You guys, how can you guys help each other down, help each other out when you're tearing everybody down? I don't know where this comes from. Go on my other channel and watch my vid that I put out on Chatty Daddy 1. But I'll block you, and that's that. I mean, I don't mind being told when I'm wrong. I don't mind being told that I need to check this out or that out, or a different theory, but I don't like being called an MF and A-hole and all this kind of stuff. I mean, that's wrong. Anyway, love y'all. Hope all's well. This is Chatty Daddy 1. Over and out.